I was reading this report about AI for a greener planet, and it really blew me away.
Oh,
like
yeah.
AI can help predict climate change,
Right.
manage energy in buildings, and even track endangered species.
It's remarkable, isn't it, how AI is changing the game?
Yeah. So for this deep dive,
Yeah.
we are going to unpack this report
Okay.
and explore how AI is making a difference in sustainability efforts.
Yeah, that's good.
I think maybe a good place to start
Yeah,
is to define what we mean when we say AI,
that's true.
because it can mean so many things.
Right.
So let's break it down.
Okay.
What different types of AI should we be thinking about?
Well, you've got AI in general, which covers all the technologies and applications. Then there's predictive AI,
Okay.
which is all about analyzing data to make predictions,
Okay.
like forecasting wind patterns for renewable energy.
Right.
And then there's generative AI,
Uh-huh.
which is creating new content, like text and images.
Okay.
Think ChatGPT,
Uh-huh.
which uses a large language model, or LLM for short.
Got it.
These LLMs are really shaking things up.
So predictive AI is like having a superpowered weather forecaster.
Yes.
And generative AI is like a creative assistant who can write reports or even generate code.
You got it. And this report highlights that the companies who are really leading the charge in AI for sustainability,
Yeah.
they aren't just the tech giants.
Interesting.
They're across all sorts of industries.
So what makes these companies stand out from the crowd? What are they doing differently?
Well, one key thing is that they are laser focused on using AI
Okay.
to improve their core business processes.
So it's about being strategic
Yes.
and finding ways to integrate AI
Exactly.
into the heart of their operations.
Exactly. And these companies are ambitious.
Okay.
They're setting bold targets for sustainability and investing heavily in AI to help them achieve those goals.
So it sounds like they're really going all in on AI.
They are, but it's not just about the tech.
Right.
They're also prioritizing the people and processes alongside the technology.
Okay.
And they're embracing generative AI
Right.
for things like content creation and connecting different tools and systems.
So it's a holistic approach,
Yes,
bringing together technology, people, and strategy.
precisely.
Okay, so let's get into the specifics.
Sure.
This report lays out 10 amazing ways that AI is being used to create a more sustainable planet.
Okay.
What's the first one that jumps out at you?
Well, you remember climate change earlier,
I did.
and that's a great example. AI is being used to analyze these massive data sets, things like temperatures,
Yeah.
emissions, ocean currents,
Yeah.
to create much more accurate climate models.
That makes sense because I can imagine trying to make sense of all that data
Right.
would be a nightmare for a team of scientists.
Exactly.
AI can analyze it much faster and spot patterns that humans might miss.
Yeah.
So it's like a high-tech early warning system for climate change.
Exactly. It helps us understand how our climate is changing and prepare for the potential impacts. And that brings us to another area, renewable energy.
Yeah.
AI is being used to optimize energy production from sources like wind and solar,
Right.
which are dependent on weather patterns.
So it's like predicting the best times to capture energy from the sun and wind,
Exactly.
making those renewable sources more reliable and efficient.
Yes.
That would be huge for moving away from fossil fuels.
Yes.
What else? What else is on the list?
Something that might be relevant to you personally, AI is being used to create smart buildings
Okay.
that are way more energy efficient.
Uh-huh.
So think about systems that adjust heating, cooling, and lighting based on whether people are present in the building
Right.
or even the weather conditions outside.
Oh, that's awesome. So no more lights and AC running in empty rooms.
Exactly.
Saves money,
Right.
reduces energy waste.
Uh-huh.
A win-win.
Right. And then there's agriculture.
Okay.
AI is being used to empower farmers with data-driven insights.
Okay.
Sensors collect data on everything from soil moisture to crop health.
Right.
And then AI helps farmers figure out how to maximize their yields while minimizing their use of resources like water and fertilizer.
So it's like having a super efficient farm manager
Yes.
who can grow more food with less environmental impact.
It is.
That's amazing.
And speaking of protecting the environment,
Yeah.
AI is being used in some pretty incredible ways for wildlife conservation.
Okay.
We're talking about AI-enabled cameras and sensors that can track endangered species and help protect their habitats.
That's interesting. It's like having a whole army of AI protectors watching over
Yeah.
these vulnerable creatures.
Right.
What other ways is AI helping to monitor and protect our planet?
Well, it can monitor air and water quality in real time
Okay.
using sensor networks to detect pollution levels.
Uh-huh.
This helps us respond quickly to environmental threats and protect public health.
So it's like a network of AI watchdogs sniffing out pollution hotspots.
Exactly.
And alerting us to potential dangers.
And AI is also revolutionizing waste management and recycling.
Okay.
Think about optimizing waste collection routes.
Improving the sorting of recyclables.
Yeah.
And reducing landfill waste.
So it's like giving our trash a second chance at life.
You got it.
I'm starting to see a pattern here. AI is being used to monitor and optimize all sorts of systems that impact the environment.
You got it.
From energy grids to agriculture.
And it goes even deeper.
Okay.
AI is being used to protect our oceans as well.
Oh, wow.
Autonomous underwater vehicles equipped with AI are exploring the oceans,
Okay.
monitoring the health of coral reefs and helping with conservation efforts.
It's like having AI explorers uncovering the secrets of the deep and helping us protect these ecosystems.
And let's not forget about transportation.
Okay.
AI is being used to optimize traffic flow,
Right.
reduce congestion, and promote the development of self-driving vehicles, which can lead to more efficient and sustainable transportation systems.
So AI could be the key to smoother commutes and cleaner air in our cities.
Exactly.
That would be a game changer for a lot of people. And last but certainly not least, AI is playing a critical role in carbon capture and sequestration.
Okay.
This involves capturing carbon dioxide emissions from various sources and storing them safely underground,
Okay.
helping to mitigate climate change.
Wow. It's quite a list. It's amazing to see how AI is being applied to so many environmental challenges.
It's a testament to the ingenuity and creativity of researchers and developers who are finding these innovative ways to use AI for good.
Yeah. But I'm also curious, with all this amazing AI technology,
Yeah.
what about its own environmental impact? Doesn't all this computing power require a lot of energy?
That's a really important point. You know, while AI offers this incredible potential for sustainability,
Right.
we can't ignore the fact that these systems, particularly the training of AI models
Okay.
and the data centers that power them,
Yeah.
can be quite energy intensive.
So it's like a double-edged sword.
Oh.
AI can help us fight climate change,
Yeah,
but it also contributes to it.
it is. But there are strategies to mitigate the carbon footprint of AI.
Okay. We can work on transitioning data centers to renewable energy sources.
Right.
We can make model training more efficient.
Okay.
And we can utilize specialized hardware designed for energy efficiency.
So it's about being mindful of the energy consumption of AI
Yes.
and finding ways to make it more sustainable as we go.
Makes sense.
But even if we address the energy issue,
Yeah.
there must be other challenges to implementing these AI solutions.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
In the real world, right?
The report highlights some roadblocks
Okay.
that companies and organizations face
Yeah.
when trying to implement AI for sustainability.
Uh-huh.
One of the biggest challenges is simply defining clear, high-impact use cases.
Okay.
It's easy to get excited about all the possibilities,
Right.
but it's crucial to identify specific problems where AI can truly make a difference.
So it's about choosing the right battles to fight with our AI tools.
Exactly.
Not every sustainability problem needs an AI solution, right?
Exactly. Another hurdle is moving from plans to action.
And scaling solutions.
Yeah.
Many companies struggle to actually get their AI projects off the ground and implement them on a larger scale.
It's one thing to have a brilliant idea,
Right.
but quite another to turn it into a reality that can have a real impact.
What are some of the other challenges?
Yeah. What are some other challenges?
Well, there's the people factor.
Okay.
You know, we need more experts in AI.
Right.
And we need to improve AI literacy across the board.
Yeah.
Without the right people and skills,
Yeah.
it's difficult to develop and deploy these solutions effectively.
So investing in education and training is essential to unlock the full potential of AI for sustainability.
It's not just about the technology.
Yeah.
It's about the people who can use it wisely.
Right. And then there are the integration challenges.
Yes.
It's not always easy to integrate AI solutions with existing IT systems.
Right?
And sometimes it's hard to access the quality data needed to train these systems.
Absolutely.
It sounds like there's a lot to consider
There is.
when it comes to implementing AI for sustainability.
Yes,
But the potential benefits are definitely there.
they are.
So if AI is going to be so crucial for a sustainable future, how do we ensure it's used responsibly and ethically?
That's where governance comes in.
Okay.
We need clear governance and regulatory frameworks
Yeah.
to ensure that AI is developed and deployed in a way that aligns with our sustainability goals and ethical principles.
So it's about setting guidelines and standards.
Yes.
To ensure that AI is a force for good in the world.
Exactly.
But what would that actually look like?
Well,
what are some key things to consider?
Yeah, we need to address concerns about transparency and making sure these AI systems are auditable.
Yeah.
And we need to make sure that the way AI is used aligns with existing sustainability reporting practices.
Right.
So that companies and organizations can accurately track and report their progress.
So it's about creating a system of checks and balances.
Yes.
To make sure AI is used responsibly and ethically. In pursuit of sustainability.
Precisely.
So we've talked about the potential of AI.
Yes.
We've talked about the challenges of implementing it.
Right.
The need for governance.
Yeah.
Now, I'm curious to see how this is actually playing out in the real world.
Okay.
What are some specific examples of AI making a difference?
There are some really fascinating use cases highlighted in the report.
Okay.
One that I found particularly interesting is the use of AI for knowledge management.
Okay.
Think about AI chatbots.
Okay.
Like those being integrated into platforms like Microsoft Teams.
Yeah.
Being used to capture and share expert knowledge within companies.
So it's like having an AI assistant that can tap into the collective wisdom of the organization.
Exactly.
That sounds incredibly valuable, especially for companies working on complex sustainability issues.
It can make things so much more efficient.
Yeah.
Especially in fields like sustainability consulting.
Right.
Where access to the right information at the right time is critical.
What other examples stood out to you?
I was really interested in how AI is being integrated into greenhouse gas or GHG inventories.
Right.
You know, companies tracking their carbon footprint and trying to reduce their emissions.
Right.
Oh, yes. There are some exciting developments in that area.
Okay.
Companies like CO2 AI are using AI to help organizations measure, manage, and ultimately reduce their carbon footprint.
Uh-huh.
They're even working with the Carbon Disclosure Project, or CDP,
Okay.
to help companies collaborate with their suppliers on reducing their emissions.
So it's not just about individual companies reducing their own impact.
Right.
It's about using AI to facilitate collaboration and create more sustainable supply chains.
Exactly. And then there's the world of agriculture, which, as we discussed, is being transformed by AI.
Right.
Companies like Perennial are using AI and remote sensing technology to measure and predict soil carbon sequestration,
Okay.
which is a critical aspect of sustainable farming practices.
It's like giving farmers a high-tech toolkit to make their land more productive and environmentally friendly at the same time.
Absolutely. And speaking of supply chains,
Yeah.
there are huge opportunities in the generative AI value chain to address those tricky Scope 3 emissions, which are the indirect emissions from a company's value chain.
I remember reading about Scope 3 emissions.
Yes.
They can be a real challenge to track and manage because they're not directly controlled by the company.
Exactly. But AI can help companies engage with their suppliers to reduce these emissions.
Okay.
For instance, AI-powered platforms can help companies and their suppliers measure and track emissions at the product level, making it easier to identify areas for improvement and collaborate on reducing their overall footprint.
So it's about using AI to build more sustainable and transparent supply chains.
Exactly.
Where everyone is working together to reduce their impact.
Right. And finally, we have this exciting area of verifying climate impacts.
Okay.
AI is being used to enhance the verification of carbon projects, which is essential for ensuring the integrity of carbon offsetting and other climate initiatives.
I've heard about digital MRV or DMRV.
Yes.
How does that fit into all of this?
Digital MRV uses AI to automate data collection and analysis, making the verification process faster, more transparent, and more accurate.
Okay.
It's a huge step forward in ensuring that carbon projects are truly delivering the environmental benefits they claim.
Wow, we've covered so much ground in this deep dive already.
We have.
And it's clear that AI has the potential to be a powerful tool for creating a more sustainable world.
It's inspiring to see all the different ways people are using AI to tackle environmental challenges.
It really is an exciting time to be witnessing these advancements.
Yes.
But as we continue this conversation, I think it's important to remember that AI is still a tool.
It is.
It's up to us to use it wisely and ethically.
Absolutely.
To ensure that it benefits everyone
Yes.
and helps us create a more sustainable and just world.
Couldn't agree more.
Well said. I'm eager to continue this exploration and delve into some more specific examples and case studies.
Okay.
I feel like we've only just scratched the surface of what's possible. We have. Yeah, you're right. We've only just begun to explore the vast potential of AI for sustainability. And as we delve deeper, it's important to remember that with any powerful tool, there are always considerations to keep in mind.
You're right. It is exciting to think about all the good AI can do. But what about the potential downsides?
Right.
Like, what are some of the things we should be cautious about as we become more reliant on AI for sustainability?
Well, one thing to be mindful of is the potential for unintended consequences.
Yeah.
We need to carefully consider the potential impacts of these AI systems before deploying them on a large scale.
Right.
And be prepared to adapt and adjust as needed.
So it's not just about developing the technology, it's about understanding its potential ripple effects.
Exactly.
And making sure we're using it in a way that aligns with our values and goals.
Exactly. And another important aspect is ensuring that these AI systems are robust and reliable.
Okay.
We need to make sure they're designed to handle unexpected situations.
Yeah.
And that they're resilient to potential errors or failures.
That makes sense, especially in critical areas like climate modeling or managing energy grids.
Absolutely.
We need to be confident that these AI systems are up to the task.
And it's important to remember that AI is not a silver bullet. It's a tool that can help us address complex challenges, but it's not a replacement for human expertise, judgment, and collaboration.
So it's about finding the right balance between human intelligence and artificial intelligence.
Precisely. We need to view AI as a partner.
Cool.
In our efforts to create a more sustainable world, not as a replacement for human ingenuity and action.
Earlier, you mentioned the need for governance in the development and deployment of AI.
Yeah.
What are some specific steps we can take to ensure that AI is used responsibly and ethically for sustainability?
One crucial step is to establish clear guidelines and standards for AI development and use. This includes things like data privacy, transparency, accountability, and bias mitigation.
So it's about creating a framework that ensures that AI is developed and used in a way that aligns with our values and societal goals.
Exactly. And we need to ensure that these guidelines are not just words on paper, but are actually put into practice. This requires collaboration between governments, industry leaders, researchers, and civil society organizations.
It sounds like a multifaceted effort.
It is
Needed to create a governance system that's both effective and adaptable to this rapidly evolving field of AI.
It is, and it's an ongoing process, not a one-time fix. As AI technology continues to advance, we need to continuously reevaluate and update our governance frameworks to ensure they remain relevant and effective.
Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about some of the exciting advancements happening in AI research and development. What are some cutting-edge areas that are particularly relevant to sustainability?
One area that's generating a lot of interest is explainable AI, or XAI.
I've heard that term before, but I'm not entirely sure what it means. Can you explain it in a way that even I can understand?
Of course, it's all about making AI systems more transparent and understandable. You see, traditional AI systems, especially those based on deep learning, are often referred to as black boxes. This means it's difficult to understand how they arrive at their decisions.
Yeah, I can see how that could be a problem. Especially if we're relying on AI to make important decisions about things like resource allocation or climate change mitigation.
Exactly.
We need to be able to trust the system and understand how it's making those decisions.
XAI aims to develop methods and techniques that allow us to peer into that black box and understand the reasoning behind an AI system's predictions or recommendations.
So if an AI system was being used to manage a city's water supply, XAI would allow us to see how the system was deciding how to allocate water.
Exactly.
And make sure those decisions were fair and equitable.
Precisely. And it would also allow us to identify and address any potential biases in the system. Which brings us to another area of research that's gaining traction: federated learning.
Federated learning.
Yes.
That's a new one for me.
It's a decentralized approach to machine learning that allows multiple devices or organizations to collaboratively train an AI model without actually sharing their raw data.
So, for example, multiple hospitals could work together to train an AI model for diagnosing a particular disease without having to share their sensitive patient data with each other.
Exactly. And this is particularly relevant to sustainability because it allows organizations to collaborate and share insights from their data without compromising privacy or security.
I can see how that would be valuable for things like tracking deforestation patterns, managing wildlife populations, or even optimizing energy grids across multiple regions.
You got it. Federated learning has the potential to unlock vast amounts of data that would otherwise be inaccessible due to privacy concerns, enabling us to develop more powerful and effective AI solutions for sustainability.
That's incredible. It sounds like we're just beginning to scratch the surface of what's possible with AI.
We are, and as research and development in these areas continue to advance, I'm confident we'll see even more innovative and impactful applications of AI for sustainability in the years to come.
Now, I'm eager to see how these cutting-edge technologies are being applied in the real world.
Okay.
What are some specific examples of AI being used to make a difference today?
One area where we're seeing remarkable progress is in the field of precision agriculture.
Okay.
As we touched upon earlier, AI-powered systems are helping farmers optimize crop yields while minimizing their environmental impact.
I'm particularly interested in how AI is being used to tackle the challenge of food waste.
Okay.
I've read that a significant portion of food produced globally is lost or wasted,
It is.
which is a huge problem.
It is indeed a massive problem, both from an economic and environmental standpoint.
Yeah.
But AI is offering innovative solutions to reduce food waste across the entire supply chain,
Okay.
from farm to table.
That's encouraging to hear. Can you give us some specific examples of how AI is being used to reduce food waste?
Absolutely. One example is using AI to optimize supply chains.
Oh.
Supermarkets, for instance, can use AI-powered systems to predict demand with incredible accuracy,
Okay.
ensuring they only order the amount of produce they'll actually sell.
Right.
This not only reduces waste at the retail level,
Yeah.
but also minimizes the resources wasted on growing, transporting, and storing food that would have otherwise gone to waste.
That makes a lot of sense. And what about at the farm level?
Yeah.
How is AI helping farmers reduce waste and improve their operations?
AI is transforming how farmers manage their crops.
Okay.
AI-powered systems can analyze data from sensors, drones, and even satellites
Wow.
to monitor crop health, detect pests and diseases early on, and optimize irrigation and fertilization.
So farmers can make more informed decisions about how to care for their crops,
Exactly.
which leads to healthier plants, higher yields, and less waste.
Exactly. And this not only benefits farmers' bottom lines, but also reduces the environmental impact of agriculture by minimizing water and fertilizer runoff.
I've also heard about AI being used to extend the shelf life of food. Is that something you can tell us more about?
Absolutely. AI-powered systems can analyze data on temperature, humidity, and other environmental factors
Okay.
to optimize storage conditions.
Uh-huh.
By carefully controlling these factors,
Right.
we can slow down the spoilage process and extend the shelf life of perishable foods, particularly fruits and vegetables.
That could make a huge difference in reducing food waste,
It really could.
especially given how much produce ends up being thrown away because it spoils too quickly.
And beyond these larger scale applications,
Yeah.
AI is also empowering individuals to make more sustainable choices about the food they buy and consume.
Oh, like what?
Well, there are already AI-powered apps that can help you plan meals,
Okay.
create shopping lists based on what you already have in your fridge,
Uh-huh.
and even track your food consumption, all with the aim of reducing waste.
I've seen those apps. Some of them can even suggest recipes based on ingredients you have on hand,
Exactly.
which is a great way to use up food that might be nearing its expiration date.
It's amazing how AI can help us be more mindful and efficient in our own kitchens.
Yeah, it's clear that AI has the potential to completely transform our food system,
It does.
from production to consumption, and help us create a more sustainable and equitable future.
I agree. It's an exciting time to be working in this field, and I'm optimistic about the potential for AI to help us address some of the world's most pressing challenges.
But as with any powerful technology, it's crucial that we develop and deploy these AI solutions responsibly.
Absolutely.
We need to make sure they benefit everyone and don't exacerbate existing inequalities or create new ones.
We need to be mindful of the potential impacts of AI, both positive and negative,
Right.
and ensure that we're using it in a way that aligns with our values and goals for a more sustainable and just world.
Well said. Now, I know we've only just scratched the surface of this topic.
It has.
There's so much more to explore.
There is.
What other areas are you particularly excited about in the realm of AI for sustainability?
One area that I think holds immense promise is the use of AI for conservation and biodiversity protection.
Okay.
You know, we're already seeing some amazing applications like using AI-powered drones to monitor deforestation patterns and track wildlife populations.
Yeah.
But I think we're just beginning to tap into the potential of this technology to help us protect our planet's precious ecosystems.
That sounds fascinating. I'd love to hear more about that.
Well, for example, AI can be used to analyze vast amounts of data from satellite imagery, acoustic sensors and camera traps to identify areas where illegal logging or poaching might be occurring.
Okay.
This can help law enforcement agencies target their efforts more effectively and protect vulnerable species.
So it's like having an AI-powered security system for our planet's natural treasures.
Exactly. And AI can also be used to monitor the health of ecosystems,
Right.
track the spread of invasive species, and even predict the impacts of climate change on biodiversity.
It sounds like AI could play a crucial role in helping us understand and protect this intricate web of life that sustains us all.
It certainly could. And as AI technology continues to advance,
Yeah.
I'm confident we'll see even more innovative and impactful applications in this area.
What are some other areas where AI is making a difference in sustainability?
Another area that's gaining a lot of traction is the use of AI for circular economy initiatives.
Okay.
The circular economy is all about reducing waste and pollution,
Right.
keeping products and materials in use for as long as possible,
Uh-huh.
and regenerating natural systems.
I've heard that term before.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure what it entails.
Okay.
Can you give us some examples of how AI can support a circular economy?
Of course, AI can be used to optimize recycling processes,
Okay.
design products for disassembly and reuse,
Uh-huh.
and track materials throughout their life cycle.
Oh.
For example, AI-powered systems can be used to identify and sort different types of plastics,
Right.
making recycling more efficient and effective.
That's really important, especially given the challenges we face with plastic pollution.
It is, and AI can also be used to develop new materials
Okay.
that are biodegradable or easier to recycle.
Uh-huh.
This can help us reduce our reliance on virgin materials and move towards a more sustainable model of production and consumption.
It sounds like AI is not just about mitigating the negative impacts of our current economic system.
Right.
It's about helping us create a fundamentally different and more sustainable system.
Exactly. AI has the potential to be a powerful catalyst for the transition to a circular economy,
Yeah.
which can bring numerous benefits for the environment, the economy, and society as a whole.
I'm really starting to see how AI can be a force for positive change in so many different aspects of our lives.
It is.
But I also know that with any new technology, there are always potential risks and challenges.
Yeah,
What are some of the things we need to be mindful of
right.
as we continue to develop and deploy AI for sustainability?
One of the biggest challenges we face is ensuring that AI is developed and used in an equitable and inclusive way.
Okay.
We need to make sure that the benefits of AI are shared widely
Yeah.
and that it doesn't exacerbate existing social or economic disparities.
That's a really important point.
Yeah.
It would be a shame if the transition to a more sustainable future was driven by AI
Right.
in a way that left some people behind or created new forms of injustice.
Absolutely. We need to be very intentional about how we design and deploy AI systems to
Okay.
ensure that they benefit all of humanity, not just a select few.
So how can we ensure that AI is used in a way that promotes equity and inclusion? What are some concrete steps we can take?
One important step is to ensure that the data used to train AI systems is diverse and representative
Okay.
of the populations they are intended to serve.
Uh-huh.
If the data is biased, the AI system will inherit those biases,
That's
which
right.
can lead to unfair or discriminatory outcomes.
So, for example, if an AI system used for optimizing energy distribution is trained on data that reflects existing socioeconomic disparities, it could perpetuate those inequalities and leave certain communities underserved. That's a really important consideration.
It is, and it's not just about the data.
Okay.
We also need to be mindful of who is designing and developing these AI systems.
Okay.
If the teams developing AI are not diverse and inclusive, there is a risk that the systems they create will reflect their own biases and blind spots.
So we need to make sure that the people building AI represent the diversity of the world we live in.
Exactly. And we need to create opportunities for people from all backgrounds to participate in the development and governance of AI.
Right.
This will help ensure that AI is used in a way that benefits everyone.
These are really important considerations. It's clear that we need to be thoughtful and deliberate about how we integrate AI into our efforts to create a more sustainable world.
Absolutely. AI is a powerful tool, but it's up to us to use it wisely and ethically. We need to have these open and honest conversations about the potential impacts of AI and work together to create a future where technology serves humanity and the planet.
I couldn't agree more. It's been a fascinating journey exploring the intersection of AI and sustainability with you.
It has?
I'm feeling inspired by the possibilities, but also mindful of the challenges we face.
I feel the same way. It's an exciting time to be alive, and I believe that with careful planning and collaboration,
Yeah.
we can harness the power of AI to create a more sustainable and equitable future for all.
We've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have.
From the technical aspects of AI to its potential applications and the ethical considerations we need to keep in mind.
Yes.
I'm sure our listener is eager to hear about some specific examples
Sure they are.
of how these concepts are being put into practice.
Absolutely. Let's delve into some real-world case studies and see how AI is already making a tangible difference in various sectors.
That sounds great. I'm ready to hear about how AI is transforming the world for the better.
Okay, so we've talked about the potential of AI for sustainability.
Right.
We've talked about some of the challenges and ethical considerations.
Yeah.
And now I think it's time to see how this is all playing out in the real world.
Yeah. Can you share some specific examples of how AI is being used to make a difference?
Absolutely. One area where AI is making a significant impact is sustainable transportation.
Okay.
We already talked about how AI is being used to optimize traffic flow and promote the development of self-driving vehicles, but it goes beyond that.
Okay.
AI is also being used to improve the efficiency of existing transportation systems, like public transit and freight logistics.
I'm really interested in how AI can help reduce traffic congestion.
Okay.
Because it's a major source of frustration and emissions.
It is.
In cities.
Certainly, imagine a city where traffic lights are intelligently controlled by AI.
Okay.
Adapting to real-time traffic conditions to minimize congestion and keep traffic flowing smoothly.
So it's like having a super smart traffic conductor.
Yeah.
Orchestrating the flow of vehicles throughout the city.
And AI can also be used to optimize public transportation routes and schedules, making them more efficient and attractive to commuters.
Yeah, that would encourage people to ditch their cars and opt for more sustainable modes of transportation.
Exactly. And what about freight logistics?
Yeah, how is AI being used to make the movement of goods more sustainable?
AI can optimize delivery routes, reduce idling times, and improve the loading and unloading of cargo. This can lead to significant reductions in fuel consumption and emissions in the freight industry.
It's really amazing to think about how AI can be used to fine-tune these complex systems.
It is.
And make them more efficient and sustainable.
It truly is. And as AI technology continues to advance, we can expect even greater improvements in transportation efficiency and sustainability.
Right.
But let's move beyond transportation and explore another area where AI is making waves: energy management.
Oh, yeah. We touched on this earlier with smart buildings.
We did.
But I know there's so much more to the story.
You're right. AI is being used to optimize energy grids. Improve the efficiency of renewable energy sources, and even predict energy demand.
So it's not just about managing energy consumption within buildings. It's about managing energy flow across entire systems.
Precisely. Imagine a world where AI is used to predict energy demand with incredible accuracy, allowing energy providers to adjust production and distribution in real time to match that demand.
That would prevent energy waste and ensure a more reliable and sustainable energy supply.
It would. And AI can also be used to improve the performance of renewable energy sources, like solar and wind power, by optimizing their output based on weather conditions and other factors.
So it's about making renewable energy sources more efficient and reliable.
Exactly.
Which is essential for them to play a bigger role in our energy mix.
Exactly. And AI can also monitor the health of energy infrastructure, like power lines and pipelines, to prevent outages and ensure the safe and efficient delivery of energy.
It's like having an AI-powered doctor for our energy systems.
That's a great analogy.
Keeping them running smoothly and preventing major problems.
And speaking of monitoring, AI is also playing a vital role in environmental monitoring and conservation efforts.
Yeah, I'm really interested in this area. We talked earlier about AI being used to track endangered species and protect their habitats.
You did.
But I'm curious to hear about other applications.
AI is being used to monitor deforestation. Track the movement of wildlife populations, and even detect illegal fishing activities.
So it's like having an army of AI-powered guardians watching over our planet's natural treasures.
Exactly. For instance, AI-powered drones can be used to survey vast areas of forest, identifying areas where deforestation is occurring.
Wow.
This information can then be used by authorities to enforce logging regulations and protect critical ecosystems.
That's incredible. And what about wildlife tracking? How is AI being used to help us understand and protect animal populations?
AI can be used to analyze data from camera traps, acoustic sensors, and GPS collars to track the movement of animals, identify individuals, and even estimate population sizes. And this information is used to inform conservation strategies, manage human-wildlife conflicts, and protect endangered species.
So AI is giving us this whole new level of insight into the lives of wild animals.
It is.
Which is crucial for their conservation.
It is, and AI can even be used to predict the impacts of climate change on ecosystems and wildlife populations, allowing us to develop strategies to adapt and mitigate these impacts.
That's really important, especially given the increasing threats that climate change poses to biodiversity.
It is, and AI is not just being used to monitor and protect the environment. It's also being used to restore damaged ecosystems.
Oh, wow. Can you give us some examples of that?
Absolutely. AI-powered robots are being used to plant trees, remove invasive species, and even clean up pollution.
That's amazing. It's like having an AI-powered cleanup crew for the planet.
It is. For instance, AI-powered robots are being used to plant trees in areas that have been deforested, helping to restore these vital ecosystems.
I've heard about those tree planting robots. It's incredible how technology can be used to help nature heal.
It truly is. And AI is also being used to develop new, more sustainable materials and manufacturing processes.
That's an area I'm really curious about. Could you elaborate on how AI is being used in materials, science, and manufacturing?
Certainly, AI is being used to discover new materials with enhanced properties, like strength, durability, and recyclability.
So it's like having an AI-powered inventor in the lab coming up with these innovative new materials.
Exactly. And AI is also being used to optimize manufacturing processes, making them more efficient, less wasteful, and more environmentally friendly.
So it's not just about the materials themselves, it's about how those materials are produced and used.
Absolutely. And AI can be used to design products that are more durable, repairable, and recyclable, reducing waste and extending their lifespan.
It sounds like AI is helping us rethink the entire life cycle of products, from design to disposal, to make them more sustainable.
It is, and as AI technology continues to advance, we can expect even more innovative applications in materials, science, and manufacturing, leading to a more sustainable and circular economy.
It's clear that AI has the potential to revolutionize so many different aspects of our lives and create a more sustainable future.
It does.
But as we've discussed, it's crucial that we develop and deploy these technologies responsibly.
Absolutely.
Ensuring that they benefit all of humanity and don't exacerbate existing inequalities.
We need to be mindful of the potential impacts of AI, both positive and negative, and work together to create a future where technology serves humanity and the planet.
Well said. It's been an incredible journey exploring the intersection of AI and sustainability with you.
It has been.
I'm feeling incredibly hopeful about the future.
Me too. It's inspiring to see all the amazing ways people are using AI to address environmental challenges. And I believe we have the potential to create a truly sustainable and thriving future for all.
That's a fantastic note to end on. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into AI and sustainability.
You're welcome.
We hope you've learned something new and are inspired to explore how you can use your own knowledge and skills to make a difference. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this episode, so please share your reflections on social media or via email. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring at Mike.